It started as a relaxing day at the beach.
The weather was beautiful, so as we were wading out into the water, I heard someone yelling for help.
A swimmer caught in a dangerous riptide.
He was saying, "Help, I'm drowning," and he was going under and bobbing up and down. But the undertow was so strong that it was like a conveyor belt just pulling you out.
A perfect day at the beach doesn't always mean that the water is safe to swim in. I'm going to show you the dangers of rip currents and how to survive in one.
Important lessons on riptide safety tonight on Fox 25 News at 10.
Is here, and even on a calm sunny day, the water may not be safe to swim in. More than 80% of the surf beach rescues performed by lifeguards each year involve rip currents. So I headed out to the ocean to show you the danger of riptides and how to survive in one.
The weather was gorgeous. It was probably 80 degrees outside, but the undertow was so strong and the rip current was so strong that it was like literally like a conveyor belt just pulling you out. As soon as it happens, you kind of like freeze up a little bit, and so they start going under, and then they start panicking and breathing in water.
That's what happened last summer in Marshfield when Colin Bono heard someone in distress after being swept away by a rip current.
I heard someone yelling for help. He was saying, "Help, I'm drowning," and he was going under and bobbing up and down. He realized, like, I was this close to dying, and yeah, it's a scary situation. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared.
Being a lifelong resident, Colin jumped into the water and helped save 2 people from the strong riptide that day. And Marshfield Beach Administrator Cindy Castro explains, riptide rescues are not uncommon. Even the strongest swimmers are vulnerable.
Anybody can get caught in a riptide. You know, you might have 6 to 8 situations a year.
While that may be in Marshfield, last year there were 172 rip current rescues at state-managed beaches by lifeguards, according to the Department of Conservation and Recreation. And with summer season here, prevention and awareness is key to surviving one.
Stay calm. The hardest thing in the world when you're being pulled or sucked under is to try to stay calm.
So I'm putting her words to the test, heading to the beach to learn how to identify and survive a riptide.
So what do you look for then? How do you spot a riptide?
Well, you usually see 2 waves breaking, and then you'll see a river going out, and that's when you know that there's a rip current right there.
And a rip current is just basically a narrow channel of water that just goes away from the beach.
Yeah.
It's moving pretty fast.
Yeah, and when people get in it, they freak out and they don't relax, and that's the biggest problem we have. So
I'm about to jump in the water and mock a rescue. Oh my God.
It's cold, and with the water just to my chin, I start to panic. First thing, stay calm. Next, make yourself visible, yell. Then remember to breathe. If you can swim, swim parallel to the beach to get out of the riptide. When a lifeguard does come, they may ask you to get onto the board and then paddle if you can.
Show me paddle, please.
Swimming against the rip will only tire you out, and you'll likely continue to drift out to sea.
and that's when it gets really bad.
So bad that sometimes the police and harbor master have to get involved.
Well, we hope not to rescue, but, you know, we are trained for that. We do practice it very thoroughly. Things in the water happen quickly and without notice.
So you never know. It could look beautiful to you, but to us, there's always a potential for a risk.
When heading to the beach this summer, always check in with a lifeguard first. They can warn you of any potential hazards, even on a warm, sunny day. You want to make sure you go into the water with a buddy, and if you do go alone, tell someone you are entering the water. Even on a float, strong winds can cause you to drift into a riptide. Wroblewski, Fox 25 News.